Why did you respond to this call for this particular taller? What attracted you to this taller, self-help graphics? I don't know, maybe Rocky or Delita? Sure.
I guess, well, I'm going to go back a little bit. When I was in high school, I was first introduced to self-help graphics. And for me, being Central American in LA, knowing that this place existed, really was kind of a moment in time that changed for me as a female artist, that were using their culture, our indigenous background, things that were happening in our communities to express themselves, and a lot of things I saw were silkscreen prints or serigraphs. So I began that relationship, and so it's always been a dream since seeing that one time to do a print here at Self-Help Graphics. So when Victoria approached me about it, I had just moved back from Chicago and was here and was available to do it. So for me, it was like a dream come true. And then to use textile as a way to communicate. I had already done a couple sketches. So my ancestry is from El Salvador and Guatemala. My family is Mayan and Bibi. And for me, the huipil is a very important way of communicating story through fabric. So for me, being here in the US and being first generation, for me, I was like, I want to do that. I want to put myself up to the challenge to create a weaved, I put that in quotations, a weaving piece done in serigraph. So I became obsessed. But I was just really elated to participate in it. It just brought everything together. And then in my work in film, I do a lot with textiles as well, color and textiles, what do you call it, textures. And so for me, it just opened up a big, wide range of possibility.
For me, I hadn't worked in silkscreen since, I would say, college, and it was a new experience for me to take up this atelier, to have to work in silkscreen, because mostly I do a lot of drawing, painting, digital painting, so this was definitely something I couldn't say no to, and I wanted to take that opportunity to learn something new, do something different with my art.
I'm the older white lady of the group, it seems. And I grew up in West LA. I was born in Los Angeles. And I've always related to this region as Carl Jung said that our soul comes out of the ground we are born on. And I've always felt that part of that ground is the history of textiles of the region of the Southwest, I spent a lot of time in Oaxaca with my really good friends, Jen Bassler, who taught at UCLA textiles, and I would feel that these old pre-Columbian textiles, or even textiles, huipils, or other kinds of textiles, serviettes, that were 100 or 200 years old, obviously not the pre-Columbian ones, but the ones I could touch, and they felt like they were skin. They felt so alive, as if they were really part of a living body. And anyway, I was really excited to do this. I'm a professor in Cal State Long Beach, and to do something out of my comfort zone was a major challenge. And Uncle Joe was so great in terms of how much he helped us, and all the anxiety involved in trying to figure out something new was really fantastic. I'm really grateful to Victoria and to the whole Self-Help Graphics Center. So thank you.
I think for me, I first came to Self-Help Graphics maybe about 20 years ago when I was in my early 20s. So I had already an experience with Self-Help Graphics, and it had been such a long time since I had been in contact with Self-Help Graphics. So it became more an opportunity to reconnect and work in media that I had done work in before, but at the same time, my own work is sort of in a different place. I mostly work with film and video. And when I was first approached, I said yes, but after reading the curator's statement, I thought, well, I'm not really a textile artist, and I don't want to commit to something where I'm expected to do a particular thing. So after speaking to Victoria, she assured me it was going to be very loose, I could be experimental, that it wasn't going to be really a strict framework. So I decided to participate.
Patricia's comment follows very nicely to my next question.